high in the Colorado mountains at more than 11,000 feet, sits a town that was once home to over 1,000 people. They built their lives right here, chasing a dream of silver and gold in the clouds. This place had a school, a bowling alley, even tennis courts. And then everyone just vanished. We're in the ghost town of Tomboy, one of North America's highest abandoned places, to uncover the secrets of why this bustling mountain community disappeared and what stories are still hiding in these silent ruins. To figure out why a town vanished, you first have to understand how it even existed. And that story starts with the journey. Getting to Tomboy isn't just a casual drive. It's a relentless 5-mile climb up a treacherous 4x4 road that claws its way more than 3,000 vertical feet above the picture-perfect town of Telluride. This is Tomboy Road, a narrow shelf carved into the San Juan Mountains with heart-stopping drop-offs and a reputation for being completely unforgiving. It's so challenging that it's often only clear for a couple of months out of the entire year. Every switchback is a reminder of the sheer isolation. You feel the air thin, the temperature drop, and the world below just shrinks away. This wasn't a commute, it was a lifeline. Partway up, the mountain swallows the road whole in a short, dark passage blasted through the rock. It's called the Social Tunnel. Back in the town's heyday, company rules were strict, and respectable women weren't allowed to live in the mining camp itself. This tunnel became a sort of neutral ground, a place where lonely miners could meet women, including prostitutes from Telluride, away from the watchful eyes of the foreman. It was a clandestine social club carved from solid stone. A first hint at the kind of life people were so desperate to build up here. When you emerge back into the blinding mountain light, you realize you're not just gaining elevation, you're traveling back in time to a place where every inch of progress was a battle against nature. When you finally arrive in Savage Basin, the scale of what was once here is staggering. At 11,509 feet, Tomboy wasn't just some rough mining camp. It was a full-fledged town. At its peak, over 1,000 people called this place home, though some estimates pushed that number closer to 2,000. They weren't just surviving up here, they were living. The wind whispers through the skeletons of collapsed cabins now, but over a century ago, these slopes were alive. Try to imagine it. Kids walk into a schoolhouse, the sharp crack of pins from a bowling alley, the bizarre sight of a tennis match unfolding at an altitude where most people struggle just to catch their breath. This place had amenities that were rare in any remote town in the late 1800s, let alone one perched on the edge of the world. There was a general store, stables for the mules that were the real engines of the mountain, and even a YMCA. A daily stagecoach braved that dangerous road to bring mail and passengers, connecting this isolated outpost to the world below. The Tomboy Mine started producing huge amounts of gold ore around 1894. By 1897, it was sold to the Rothschilds of London for $2 million. A truly astronomical sum for the time. This flood of cash transformed a rugged camp into a company town with a real pulse. It was a pocket of impossible civilization, a testament to human resilience and the magnetic pull of gold. Standing here now, surrounded by silence and the rust-colored skeletons of buildings, it's hard to fathom the noise, the ambition, and the sheer force of will it took to build a community this vibrant, this high. The whole reason for all this, the heart of Tomboy, was the mine itself. For over 30 years, this mountain gave up millions of dollars in gold, silver, copper, lead, and zinc. Today, the ruins of the mine complex are a sprawling industrial graveyard. Massive wooden structures, bleached by a century of high-altitude sun and crushed by unimaginable snow, are slowly sagging into the tundra. You can see the rusted hulks of old machinery, boilers that once hissed with steam, and the dark, ominous portals of tunnels that just disappear into the earth. Exploring this site feels like walking through a great, silent machine that just stopped. You wander between the foundations of the mill and the collapsed boarding houses where hundreds of men slept. But it's the small details that really tell the human story. A field of scattered rusted tin cans shows you what they ate. You might spot a piece of a cast iron stove, a fragment of a ceramic dish, or a hopelessly twisted bed frame. Each artifact is a ghost of a daily routine. You can almost feel the presence of the miners, faces covered in grime, hands calloused from swinging a pickaxe in the dark. Cold tunnels deep inside this mountain. They were chasing a dream, but they were living a life of brutal, back-breaking labor in one of the most extreme environments on the continent. It's moments like this, standing in the ruins and piecing the story together, that make these explorations so powerful. You can literally feel the history all around you. If you find these stories of lost places and the mysteries they hold as fascinating as I do, maybe take a moment to subscribe. There are so many more forgotten corners of the world to uncover, and you won't want to miss where we're going next. So, what happened? Why did a town with over 1,000 residents, a school, and even tennis courts simply cease to exist? The answer is as simple as it is brutal. The mountain stopped giving. By the late 1920s, the rich veins of ore that were the town's entire reason for being were tapped out. The Tomboy Mine officially closed in 1928. And just like that, the pulse stopped. Without the mine, there were no jobs. Without jobs, there was absolutely no reason to endure the brutal, unforgiving life at 11,500 feet. The Vanishing wasn't some dramatic single event. It was a rapid, cascading failure. People packed up whatever they could and just left. The daily stagecoach stopped running. The schoolhouse doors were closed for good. The bowling alley fell silent. Nature was quick to reclaim what was hers. The winters up here are savage, with snowfall measured in dozens of feet. One by one, the empty buildings succumbed to the crushing weight of the snow. Roofs caved in, walls collapsed, and the town began its slow, inevitable return to the earth. A few dedicated workers did maintenance in the tunnels until the late 1970s, but the town of Tomboy itself was already a ghost. Its vibrant life a fading memory just a few years after the bust. The very geology that created the town was also what sealed its fate. But the story doesn't quite end there. For decades after Tomboy was officially a ghost town, one man refused to leave. His name was James Dalpez, but everyone just knew him as Whisperin' Jim. He was the last independent miner in Savage Basin, a living link to the town's rugged past. Born in 1907, he watched Telluride transform from a gritty mining hub into a world-class resort, but he stayed true to the mountain. Up a little way on Tomboy Road, his small green cabin still stands, a defiant speck against the vast landscape. Across from it, a yellow shed built into the hillside housed the compressor for his rock drills at his small operation, the Shamrock Mine. Ironically, he earned the nickname Whisperin' Jim and would often hold court in the saloons down in Telluride, captivating audiences with his stories. When he passed away in 1998, he was the last true resident of Tomboy. With his passing, the final living voice of this vanishing town fell silent. His humble cabin isn't just an empty building, it's a monument to the end of an entire era. The story of Tomboy is a classic American tale, a boom fueled by natural resources, followed by a bust and total abandonment. But as we stand here, you can't help but think about a new, quieter kind of vanishing that's happening in the valleys below. Many modern resort towns, like the Telluride of today, are beginning to hollow out for entirely different reasons. This time, it isn't the depletion of gold ore, it's an affordability crisis. Across the Rockies, the very places that cater to a new kind of wealth are finding it impossible to house their essential workforce. Teachers, nurses, and service workers, the people who form the backbone of any community, are being priced out. This leads to staff shortages, struggling businesses, and a slow-motion hollowing out of the town's soul. While Tomboy vanished because the mountain ran out of gold, these modern towns face their own crisis as they start to run out of people. It's a haunting echo of the past, a different kind of boom and bust cycle playing out right before our eyes. So, what is the real mystery of this vanishing American mountain town? The story of Tomboy is written right here on the landscape. It's a story of incredible ambition, of building a city in the sky, and of the stark reality that when the economic reason for being there runs out, so do the people. From the social tunnel to the silent ruins, every piece of this place tells a part of that story. And in the tiny cabin of Whisperin' Jim, it finds its poignant human finale. But maybe the final secret these silent structures hold is a warning. They show us just how quickly a thriving community can disappear. Tomboy vanished because its primary resource was finite. Today, communities are learning that other resources, like affordability and a place for working families, can be just as finite. The ghosts of Tomboy are a reminder of how fragile these mountain towns really are, both then and now. They stand as a silent testament to the dreams that were built here, and a solemn monument to the day that dream finally died. What do you think is the most fascinating part of Tomboy's story? Let me know in the comments below.